also you said that Ranbir said that you should make this next after Rockstar because he said he would make it would make you a better director.
Yeah.
So again, two questions. One, is there a hidden message there? Why does Ranbir think you need to be a better director to begin with? And secondly, did it make you a better director?
We'll find out when I do the film with Ranbir.
Okay, he
which
will
is
tell
the
us.
next in the cards. So it's very clear why he wanted me to be a better director. He'd obviously worked with me in a film and realized that, boss, there's much to improve over here. And but so what to do to make this film be a better director, because I'm going to be working in his next film. He better make it well this time. So that's his reason. Whether it made me a better director or not, I think it would have.
It would have?
I think it would have, because there was more to direct in this film, I think, than to write. It is a very underwritten film or unwritten film. And the other thing is that I tried to not go with any decoration for this film as a director. Actor, script, camera, location, action, that kind of thing.
So basic.
Very basic, very basic. So it was actually like, how you have this complicated gun and you take it firing, but there is also that time that you clean it. So
Yes.
this was more of a cleaning.
Tell me, does every film, each film that you make change you in some way or teach you things about yourself?
Totally. I mean, since Highway is recent, let me start by talking
Yeah.
about it. I've become a little more impolite after Highway.
Okay.
The way I'm talking right now, I would never talk in an interview. I would be more guarded.
Yeah.
I'd be worried about whether people think I'm a nice guy or not. I'd say nice things.
True.
So that I feel, it's good to be polite. I don't mean that you should be impolite, but too much of it becomes hypocrisy and also starts looking like falseness.
Yeah. Now, this is something I've always wondered, and let me ask you, because you've had major successes. After a successful film, what happens? Do people come to you with like these bags of money? Do you get invited to every event and party that's happening? What actually happens once you make this very successful film like Jab We Met, like Rockstar and films like this?
Nobody has come with bags of money to me, Indu.
Never?
I'm ready to sell my soul. Nobody has actually.
Okay.
There was only one occasion I remember where somebody actually came to meet me for perhaps the first time, and he had a check in his hand and said, "Yeah, rakh lo, sir." And I felt like, it's like it was an extortion call, as though he was taking something from me. So I just felt that I got freaked out, and of course I didn't take it.
Now, in your films, from what I've seen, is you have two characters, and this is putting it very, very basically, huh?
Sure,
It's not
sure,
the whole thing.
sure.
Is that you have two people who are so different from one another, and then the way they, get attracted and they influence one another, and they begin to understand the point of view of the other person. In Highway also, in Jab We Met, in Love Aaj Kal to some extent, in Sochana Tha, and yeah. So, do you think that opposites attract, or is being similar a good recipe for togetherness?
I don't have a single recipe for togetherness. I think the lack of knowledge about this is the reason why I feel compelled to go back again and again into relationships in films.
Okay.
So I'd like to say very categorically that I have definitely no answers about relationships, and I don't even use the term LOVE. So I deal with things like affection. I understand that I want to be with this person. It's clear I want to be with her. And other things which are more imminent. But a broad-based thing like love is confusing. So relationship, I really don't know anything about.
You also told me this really nice story about this great romantic gesture that you made for your friend when you went to Marine Drive, and remember the story? I'd really like if you could tell them this great romantic gesture that you made for your friend. I think it's a damn good story.
In a momentary lapse of reason, on the 14th of February, which is Valentine's Day, a friend of mine who was in Delhi and had just moved to Bombay said that my girlfriend lives in the Marine Drive hostel, and it will be so nice if you surprise her with some flowers from my side. Just tell her that Naveen sent it, and give these flowers to her. And I, in the innocence of a Hindu college boy, bought lots of flowers, as much money as I had in my pocket, and I went outside the Marine Drive, this university hostel, where there are 500 girls and 500 guys outside trying to get in. And the traffic and everybody driving looking like that, ki koi dikha dikha. And in the midst of all that, in the middle of the day, hot sun, and I'm over there with this bouquet of flowers standing over there. And there are lots of girls there from Jamshedpur. I'm from Jamshedpur, so they all recognized me. And people were, and that watchman was not letting me in. So I was trying to tell him that it's important, please let me in. There is this girl, I want to give these flowers. So he said, so he thought maybe I'm this lover. I said, no, no, but this is not even for me. This is for my friend. Now that is not a story that he was going to buy. But I didn't want to go away and fail at this, because I thought that my friend's life and love depended upon this. So it was a very embarrassing time, 1 hour, when I was not let in. I was holding this big bouquet of flowers outside this girl's hostel, making an ass of myself. So
that was a good story, wasn't it?
So this is what I know about romance and relationship. So please don't go by what I do.
Since you come from a small town, and you were probably writing stories long before you came to Bombay.
Ji.
So, and as you said, you know, the thing to do is to tell people your stories. So who were the people there that you would tell your stories to?
You know, there were some